cuties, and welcome back to the Shelves of Chaos, 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 Chaos. July edition. It's my birthday! Literally, when this video comes out, it's my birthday. Is that enough about me and my special day for my aging? I'm so old. Please ignore my sunburn. I went to Pride. If you are new here and you've never seen the Shelves of Chaos, get ready. This game is, as the name says, chaos. All of my books behind me have recently been reshuffled and they are completely chaos order. There is no rhyme or reason to where they are. It's basically I roll a die and that's the shelf it goes on. Or if you were on the live stream, you were shouting out numbers and we counted to it, and that's how it wound up. Any book you currently see laying flat, it's actually a new acquisition. I just haven't filmed my book haul for June yet, so I need to be able to pull those again. But that's why they're like that right now. Otherwise, the shelves are looking fantastic. So how we play the Shelves of Chaos, step one, we need to choose a die in order to see how many books we are putting on my July TBR. In this bag, I have all kinds of dice ranging from D8s to a D24. That's the biggest die in here. I have one D24. I have a ton of D20s in here, D10s, lots of fun stuff. D8s, I think I mentioned D8s because that's the lowest denominator. We'll pull one of these at random. I'm just gonna shake them up a bit. That's fine. We are going to very quickly grab and go. We're not going to fiddle around so that I can pick. It's just going to be whatever dice my fingers grasp first. And then we're going to roll that to see how many books are on the TBR. Now, if I roll anything of a 4 or lower, we have to do a second roll. Because for me, I read a ton of books a month, and 4 is too little. It's too sad of a TBR for me personally. Not for anyone else. If that's your limit, or even one book is your limit, don't feel bad about that. I am a monster. Let's pick what the die is gonna be. 3, 2, 1. Ha! It's a D12. We have a D12, and it's one of the first sets I ever got, actually, I think. Is this that one, or is this a completely different set? No, maybe you're a different set. It's kind of this smoky, black, gray kind of thing going on here. Let's go roll it. I didn't even set up my phone. I was not prepared. Yeah, we're not gonna have dice rolls in this TBR, I guess. I mean, we'll have them, I just won't be showing you them on camera because I just broke my phone. We're just gonna be here and y'all are gonna trust me because I never lie. You guys see in the past, I will take the punishments. I always take the punishments. I don't lie. So now you can fully see the dice tower I have though. Normally you just get to see this view of it. Here we go, holding it as flat as I can. We've rolled a 1. So we add that to 10. 11 books on this TBR. I don't remember where Cormy was. Oh my God, I have to do some research again. No, you know what? It's a new quarter. We're gonna start Cormy because I had her here, but we were using her to set up the book. So we're gonna just start fresh to the top shelf up here. And this time, instead of counting horizontally, we're gonna count vertically this quarter because I liked it, it was easier. So now what happens is I will roll the D24 and that will move Cormy around the shelves, and whatever shelf we land on, we will take a look at that and then we will spin the wheel of chaos to help determine what book we pull from that shelf 11 times. And we have prompt cards, we have coin flips, we've got a lot going on. So anyway, here's our first roll. And it is 1. 1. Here is the shelf that we are looking at. If you can see everybody, we have a new acquisition on this one. That's what we're working with. All right, spin number 1. Categories. And a little thing fell off. I gotta put that back on. It's breaking everything today. Okay. I've got super glue all over me now. This is a nightmare TBR already, and we haven't even picked a book. Okay, categories. We've got a categories die. Whatever letter it lands on, we're gonna try to get it either the first letter in the title or one of the two, like author, first name, last name of the author, and we'll hope for the best. Again, you won't be able to see this, so trust me. I'm gonna roll it right here. We got an L. L. We've got Longbourn by Joe Baker. This is a, not necessarily Pride and Prejudice retelling, but it is a Pride and Prejudice again, but it's from like the servant's point of view at Longbourn, which is Lizzie Bennet's house. This is the full synopsis. While Elizabeth Bennet and her sisters fuss over balls and husbands, Sarah, their orphaned housemaid, is beginning to chafe against the boundaries of her class. When a new footman arrives at Longbourn under mysterious circumstances, the carefully choreographed world Sarah has known all her life threatens to be completely, perhaps irrevocably, upended. That's all we know. I have heard things about this. I've heard things that I'm already not going to like about it, but it's a Pride and Prejudice thing, so we're gonna read it. There's book number 1. Roll number 2. Hopefully I don't super glue anything else. 16.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
This is the shelf, the stuff that we've got. We have stuff on the shelf. And to the wheel. Hopefully that's glued enough. We'll find out. Spin number 2. Something's wrong. Another one fell off. Are you joking? Where did it go? Well, you know, it's been half a year with the wheel. So, dear Lord, I still have Goo Gone all over my hands. What a disaster. Okay, so between white and black, we're gonna have some variants here, so we'll see what happens. I'll try to keep an eye on the wheel as it spins, and if it's like starting to end on black, we'll go with the black, but I don't know where the other piece is. So we're gonna pick a card. There are prompts all over him. We're picking with this hand because it's not super glued. We're gonna go with paranormal, something paranormal. We have 5 paranormal books on this shelf. We have Before We Disappear by Sean David Hutchison, which deals with magicians. That's paranormal. We have I Hope You Get This Message, which I believe deals with aliens. That's also paranormal. We have A Sky Painted Gold by Laura Wood, which I think deals with ghosts. We have A Dark and Starless Forest by Sarah Hollowell. I also believe it deals with witches. And When the Sky Fell on Splendor by Emily Henry, also aliens. From order, they're gonna be labeled 1 through 5, and I'm gonna roll my 5-sided die. I have a 5-sided die. I'll set you here so we can guarantee that it's level. 1. So that is Before We Disappear by Sean David Hutchison. Here's what it's about. Jack Nevin's clever trickery and moral flexibility make him the perfect assistant to the Enchantress, one of the most well-known stage magicians in turn of the 19th century Europe. Without Jack's steady supply of stolen tricks, the Enchantress's fame would have burned out long ago. But when Jack's thievery catches up to them, they're forced to flee to America, where they'll perform at Seattle's Alaska Yukon Pacific World's Fair Exposition. But then a new magician arrives on the scene, performing tricks that defy the imagination. Laszlo's show overshadows the Enchantress, and Jack has no choice but to hunt for Laszlo's secrets. But what Jack uncovers isn't at all what he expected. Behind Laszlo's tricks is Wilhelm, a boy who can seemingly perform real magic. As the rivalry between the Enchantress and Laszlo grows, so too does Jack and Wilhelm's affection. Soon Jack has to choose between the woman who gave him a life and the boy who is offering him love. Star-crossed paranormal stuff. Well, it's magician stuff, so we'll see if there's real magic apparently in this, so that's paranormal to me. Roll number 3. Go. 10. Where were we just at? Literally in front of myself.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The very, very bottom.
End question. Boom, 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 boom. All right, wonky is as wonky does. Spin number 3. Biggest and smallest. All right, we have a nonfiction and we have a brand new book that I just got this month. So the smallest book on that shelf is The Book of Kells official guide. I got this when I went to Ireland for my sister's wedding many moons ago. And we went and saw the Book of Kells itself. We went to Trinity College and to the long room, which I love and is my inspo. So, little nonfiction baby. Or we get Infinity Gate by M.R. Carey, which is a multiverse kind of book, but this is 499 pages. It's the biggest book on the shelf. Let's see, we're gonna flip a coin. If I get rough seas, it's this baby, and if I get smooth sailing, it's this baby. Let's see what we get. Well, this one we're gonna do it like this instead of my usual flip-floppy. Well, it's rough seas, so we're gonna go with the biggest book. Sorry. Biggest and newest book on the shelf. Here's what it's about. Infinity is only the beginning. The Pan-Dominion, a political and trading alliance of 1,000,000 worlds, except that they're really just one world, Earth, in many different realities. And when an AI threat arises that could destroy everything the Pan-Dominion has built, they'll eradicate it by whatever means necessary. Scientist Hadiz Tambuwal is looking for a solution to her own Earth's environmental collapse when she stumbles across the secret of interdimensional travel, a secret that could save everyone on her dying planet. It leads her into the middle of a war on a scale she never dreamed of, and she needs to choose a side before every reality pays the price. Hard sci-fi. I'm glad actually I'll read this because I have to loan it to my dad as well. Good flop. Good floppability. As my dad is currently laid up from some ankle surgery and he needs reading material. And he's a sci-fi guy. Roll number 4. We get 21. Where were we at? Down there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Here is the shelf. Here is the shelf. This is the newest acquisition. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. To the wheel. All right, spin number 4. A card. Just a card. And the card is... I'm digging deeper. Let's go. Animals! Let's have animals on the cover. We've only got 2 options. We have an ARC copy of a book that I didn't realize was an ARC because I actually bought this. I'm pretty sure I got this like at Second and Charles, so they should not have been selling an ARC copy. That is The Kinder Poison by Natalie May. Got Scorpion on it. And then we have The Finding by Jenna Elizabeth Johnson, which has a dragon on the front. This is an indie book. I'm gonna flip the coin again. So we're gonna go with Rough Seas because this one's bigger, and then Smooth Sailing. Really, there's no difference. It's just gonna be the coin toss. Coin toss says Smooth Sailing. We're gonna start The Kinder Poison. Here's what it's about. In the magical kingdom of Orkana, Zaru has long dreamed of a life beyond the desert. Even though she knows her lowly position as a stable girl who can commune with animals will never afford her such a luxury. All that changes when the ailing ruler invokes an ancient tradition known as the Crossing. It's a death-defying race across the desert, in which the first heir to finish and take the life of a human sacrifice at the journey's end will ascend to the throne and be granted unparalleled ability. As preparations and celebrations commence, Zaru jumps at the chance to experience a small taste of glamour by sneaking into the palace. But the minor indiscretion quickly turns into the worst mistake of her life as she gets caught up in a feud between the heirs and is ultimately forced to become the Crossing's human sacrifice. Zaru is left with only one hope for survival, somehow figuring out how to overcome the most powerful people in the world. It's 402 pages for The Kinder Poison. Roll number 5. Here we go. 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You guys see it? That's the shelf from, what do we have here? I can't even see. Secret Garden all the way to Wuthering Heights. I don't know how stable that was. I was holding you by the tripod, but God, I hope I don't get Wuthering Heights. Not for my birthday month. I'm gonna veto. I get 1 veto for my birthday month. I'm deciding that now because I really don't want Wuthering Heights. I hate the story of Wuthering Heights so much. All right, to the wheel. Spin number 5. Good Lord. Most and least want. Because we already know that the one I least want to read is Wuthering Heights, we're gonna go with the most want because it's my birthday. This is the one I want to read the most on that shelf, and that is Thorn by Intisar Kanani. This was an indie book. It's turned trad. It's a start of a trilogy, but I think it's like a, I know it's a retelling. I forget who it is, but here's what it's about. Between her cruel family and the contempt she faces at court, Princess Alira has always longed to escape the confines of her royal life. But when she's betrothed to the powerful Prince Kestrin, Alira embarks on a journey to his land with little hope for a better future. When a mysterious and terrifying sorceress robs Alira of both her identity and her role as princess, Alira seizes the opportunity to start a new life for herself as a goose girl. But Alira soon finds that Kestrin is not what she expected. The more Alira learns of this new kingdom and the pain and suffering its people endure, as well as the danger facing Kestrin from the sorceress herself, the more she knows she can't remain the goose girl forever. With the fate of the kingdom at stake, Alira is caught between two worlds and ultimately must decide who she is and what she stands for. So it's a goose girl retelling, which I do enjoy the story of the goose girl now that I know the story of the goose girl. So I think I will enjoy that a lot. Roll number 6. Wordly done. 23.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
This is my tall shelf because I can't change the shelf levels. I should, but it's like glued in. I got this off Facebook Marketplace. They like glued in their shelves. So anyway, we have a lot. We have a lot. I'm kind of super hoping I get Temeraire because I really need to finish or continue at least Temeraire. But we've got a lot of good options on the shelf. To the wheel. Spin number 6. Ooh, color. Rainbow color. Okay, so we're going to spin the wheel again. And whatever color we get is what we're looking for on the shelf. Please be green. Please be green. Oh, it's blue. It's light blue. Dang it. So close to getting green. Let's look for some light blue. We have 7 options here. Okay, we've got the Matilda by John Gray Lang. There is some light blue on this cover. That is an indie book. We have Zebulon Finch, Empire Decayed. This is book 2. It's the chunky book. We've got Within These Wicked Walls by Lauren Blackwood. We have Squire by Sarah Alfaghi and Nadia Shamas, which is a graphic novel. We've got The Deck of Omens by Christine Lynn Herman. We've got The Cryptid Catcher by Elijah Fisher. His shirt's light blue, so I'm counting it. And we have Switch by A.S. King, which all the houses are light blue, so we're counting that. Okay, so we're doing 1 to 7 in that order, because that's how I pulled them. I have a D7. All right, let's see. 4. Who's 4? Graphic novel. It's Squire. Oh, thank God. That'll be nice. Here is what this is about. Born a second-class citizen, Aiza has always dreamt of becoming a knight. It's the highest military honor in the once great Batsaji Empire, and as a member of the recently colonized Ornu people, it's her only way to full citizenship. Now ravaged by famine and mounting tensions between the different provinces, Batsaji finds itself on the brink of war once again, and Aiza can finally enlist in the competitive Squire trading program. It's not how she imagined it, though. Hiding her Ornu status in order to better blend in, Aiza must navigate new friendships, rivalries, and rigorous training under the merciless General Hendy. As the pressure mounts, Aiza realizes that the greater good Baitsaji's military promises might not include her, and that the recruits might be in more danger than she ever imagined. She will have to choose loyalty to her heart and heritage or loyalty to the Empire. I like that. Yay! Roll number 7. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The very last shelf. Last shelf itself, all the way down here. Woohoo! Bin 7. A card. And the card is this one. We got this last month, embellished. Okay, so no one on that shelf is embellished, which means we go all the way up to the top here. So this was an Owl Crate. This is The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. It's kind of embellished. It's not as embellished as it really could be, but it does have this under the dust jacket. It is also signed. I don't know if you guys can see. It's a very light signature. Owl Crate dropped the ball on this one. There's not even like sprayed edges or even under the dust jacket cover. I don't know, but here's what it's about. 16-year-old Decca lives in fear and anticipation of the blood ceremony that will determine whether she becomes a member of her village. Already different from everyone else because of her unnatural intuition, Decca prays for red blood so she can finally feel like she belongs. But on the day of the ceremony, her blood runs gold, the color of impurity, and Decca knows that she will face a consequence worse than death. Then a mysterious woman comes to her with a choice: stay in the village and submit to her fate, or leave to fight for the emperor in an army of girls just like her. They are called Alaki, near immortals, with rare gifts. And they are the only ones who can stop the empire's greatest threat. Knowing the dangers that lie ahead, yet yearning for acceptance, Decca decides to lead the only life she's ever known. But as she journeys to the capital to train for the biggest battle of her life, she discovers that the great walled city holds many surprises. Nothing and no one are quite what they seem to be, not even Decca herself. Ba-bam. Roll number 8. 15.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Back to this same shelf up here. That one. Uh-oh. Spin number 8. Rainbow again. Rainbow. Let's see what color. Purple. We need a purple. I know it kind of looks like pink, but it's definitely the purple side. We got 2 options. We have The Lost Dreamer by Liz Huerta, which has some purple on it, and Wild is the Witch by Rachel Griffin, which has some purple flowers on it. Again, we're gonna just go by size and say rough seas, smooth sailing. Here we go. Smooth sailing. We're going with Rachel Griffin's Wild is the Witch. This is my first Rachel Griffin. I own a few of her books because I feel like she'll be my vibe, but I don't know. We'll find out. For a night of magic turns deadly, Iris Grey vows to never let another person learn she's a witch. It doesn't matter that the Witches' Council found her innocent or that her magic was once viewed as a marvel. That night on the lake changed everything. Now settled in Washington, Iris hides who she really is and vents her frustrations by writing curses she never intends to cast. And while she loves working at the wildlife refuge she runs with her mother, she loathes Pike Alder, the witch-hating aspiring ornithologist who interns with them. When Pike makes a particularly hurtful comment, Iris concocts a cruel curse for him. But just as she's about to dispel it, an owl swoops down and steals the curse before flying far away from the refuge. The owl is a powerful amplifier, and if it dies, Iris's dark spell will be unleashed, not only on Pike, but on everyone in the region. Forced to work together, Iris and Pike trek through the wilderness in search of the bird that could cost Pike his life. But Pike doesn't know the truth, and as more dangers arise in the woods, Iris must decide how far she's willing to go to keep her secrets safe. Woo. Roll number 9. 19. 19. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
This is 19. A lot of options here. A lot of, yeah. Only one continue, I think, though, which is King of Fools. Let's hope for it. All right, spin number 9. Categories again, okay. I think my accidental like regluing and losing one of the other tabs has weighted it wrong. Anyway, categories. Where'd I put my categories? This is a mess of a video. I am losing things, I'm breaking things, I'm gluing things. What has happened? Generate. W. That's what we're going with. We have 3 options. We have Love Boat Taipei by Abigail Hin Wen. We've got 23 of 2023. We have The Ruthless Lady's Guide to Wizardry by C.M. Wagner. And The Gay Teen's Guide to Defeating a Siren by Cody Wagner. This is an indie book. So we've got a 1, 2, 3. You know what we're gonna do. A 3-sided die. 2. Perfect. A 23 of 2023. Yay. And this baby is about Delaria Wells, petty con artist, occasional thief, and partly educated fire witch is behind on her rent in the city of Lake Court again. Then she sees the wanted sign seeking female persons of martial and or magical ability to guard a lady of some importance prior to the celebration of her marriage. Deli fast talks her way into the job and joins a team of highly peculiar women tasked with protecting their wealthy charge for unknown assassins. Deli quickly sets her sights on one one of her companions. Deli quickly sets her sights on one of her companions, the confident and well-bred Win Sinalum. The job looks like nothing but romance and easy money until things take a deadly and undead turn. With the help of a bird-loving necromancer, a shape-shifting schoolgirl, and an ill-tempered reanimated mouse named Buttons, Deli and Win are determined to get the best of an adversary who wields a twisted magic and has friends in the highest of places. Okay, bird-loving necromancer, that's my new D&D class. More of this very disastrous video. Let's hope for the best. Roll number 10. 2, 1, and 2. We've got these options here. Do the wheel. All right, spin number 10. Oh, buzzword, just barely buzzword bag. This always takes us a while. In this little bag, we have a bunch of keywords that are often found on titles of books. We're gonna find one that has it in the title. This may take a while, but the word is book. We're looking for a book with the word book on it. Oh, it actually did. That'll do. That didn't take long at all. We have Spellbook of the Lost and Found by Moira Fowley Doyle. I believe this might also be a bomb book. So that's exciting. Here's what it's about. One stormy summer in a small Irish town, things begin to disappear. It starts with trivial stuff. Hair clips, house keys, socks. But soon it escalates to bigger things. A memory, a heart, a classmate. Olive can tell that her best friend Rose is different all of a sudden. Rose isn't talking, and Olive starts to worry she's losing her. Then diary pages written by someone named Laurel begin to appear all over town, and Olive meets 3 mysterious strangers, Ivy, Hazel, and her twin brother Rowan, secretly squatting in an abandoned housing development. The trio are wild and alluring, but they seem lost too, and like Rose, they're holding tightly to painful secrets. When a tattered handwritten spellbook falls into the lives of these 6 teenagers, it changes everything. The spellbook is full of charms to conjure back that which has been lost, and it lists a part for each of them to play in the calling. It might be their best chance to set everything back to rights, but only if they're willing to pay the price. That was quick. Well done me. We have very spoopy vibes, which I'm really happy. A lot of like witch and magic stuff going on with the theme this time. And now we're on to our final disastrous roll. Let's go. 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We're on the very first shelf again that we started. This baby again. Okay, to the wheel. Final spin. A card, okay. The card is this one. Embossed, so it needs to have embossing on the cover. We've got 3 versions of three of them here. We have Defend the Dawn by Bridget Kemmerer, which would not conclude, but it would complete up to publication of a series. We have What the Woods Keep by Katja Davicera. This is a bomb book. And we have A Treason of Thorns by Laura E. Weymouth. All of these have either embossed lettering. What the Woods Keep has embossed like the trees part here, or the whatever this is, like the hair. It looks like hair. Is also that's embossed, and then Defend the Dawn has Bridget Kemmerer's name is embossed. We've got 1, 2, 3. 1, which is A Treason of Thorns. I love Laura E. Weymouth. I'm very excited to read her stuff again. I read The Light Between Worlds, and that book almost made me cry if I had a heart. Here's what this one's about. Violet Sterling has spent the last 7 years in exile, longing to return to Burleigh House, one of the 6 great houses of England. Burleigh's magic always kept the countryside well, and as a child, this magic kept Violet happy, draping her in flowers while she slept, fashioning secret hiding places for her, and lighting fires on the coldest nights to keep her warm. Everything shattered, though, when her father committed high treason by trying to free Burleigh from the king's oppressive control. He was killed, and Vi was forced into hiding. When she's given a chance to go back, she discovers Burleigh has run wild with grief. Vines and briars are crumbling the walls. Magic that once enriched the surrounding countryside has turned dark and deadly, twisting lush blooms into thorns, poisoning livestock, and destroying crops. Burleigh's very soul is crying out in pain. Vi would do anything to help, and soon she finds herself walking the same deadly path as her father all those years before. Vi must decide how far she's willing to go to save her house before her house destroys everything she's ever known. Ooh, it's so shiny. There's my birthday TBR. It's fine. It'll be fine. It won't be a problem. All right, I've got a lot of repairs to do in this house, so I'm gonna go get to that. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, go check out my Ko-fi page and support me as a content creator, or, you know, give me a birthday present. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it. What are you guys gonna be reading in July? Are you doing anything special for the month of July? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'm gonna go now. See you next time, cuties. Bye. I fucked up my phone. Okay, we're gonna turn the phone off. We're gonna turn it on again. Cause I done fucked up, Mambo. Here I was thinking we'd have a quick old TBR. Can't find my dice. I cannot find, can't find my dice anymore. I've had an energy drink, if that explains anything.